All right, let's get to it. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the stream. You're on Nikita Live. Hey, good morning, Jeff. Good to see you, my man. Uh, Trying a couple things today here. I put my camera to the left on a stable thing, so here's me hitting the desk and nothing's happening now. So, uh, I don't know. You might end up seeing some ugly double chin from this angle, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, how did my water bottle get so tight? All right. And just checking if everybody can hear me okay. I'm assuming yes. So I use I'm on my work computer because I'm at work now, obviously. Hey, Michael, good to see you again. Thanks for stopping by again. Yeah, so just before we get into Kubernetes the hard way, so bit of background. So if you're seeing this for the first time, or even if it's just like people I know already, I don't have any experience in platform engineering. I'm not an SRE. Never really done Kubernetes aside from, well, that's a bit of a lie. I did deployments of Kubernetes when I was a front end at a startup, but honestly, I didn't really know what I was doing. Oh, thanks, Eduardo, and good to see you. It was more I was just following a playbook, but the most things I did with Kubernetes back in 2017 was just really restarting pods and running a playbook. But um, where I'm at now, Primarium, we're really good at securing what matters to you, and that sounds catchy, but uh, we secure internal apps, but we also secure Kubernetes. So that's why I'm doing this whole Kubernetes the hard way is actually a really good uh, repo to go through. It's from Kelsey Hightower, who's pretty well known in the even though he's retired, he's pretty well known in the Kubernetes space. So I basically just want to really understand Kubernetes, so that's why I'm doing this. But there's probably silly things I'll be doing because it's like I'm not a platform engineer. I mean, I will develop those skills, I guess, but that's kind of where I'm coming from. The other thing I'd say is, yeah, just trying a different angle today. I don't know if you like that camera angle. Let me know. If not, no biggie. Um, I might put it back up front again, but just trying this for today. What else? Yeah, so uh for people that don't really live stream, people have all kinds of setups, but basically I'm using OBS. I use my iPhone for my camera because I'm not about to drop 2 to 4 grand on some DSLR camera when I'm not really making money off of this. Not that that's the goal of doing these, but just can't really justify dropping money for a DSLR is what I mean. Um, but that said, I have a pretty decent mic now. This was an upgrade I decided to do. It's a Shure MV7 Plus. It's not the top of the line Shure microphone, but it's really good. Um, but I have noise canceling software called Crisp.ai, and it's really good, but it transcribes. And even when it's not transcribing, it's got to be transcribing in the background because in case you decide to turn it on. And from a security standpoint, for my work computer at least, I don't use it. So I've been using, actually, let me switch to my screen share here, and yeah, we got Darth Vader and the Flash there hanging with us. You might have noticed they switched hats today, um, but what I wanted to show you is, so I use this software called Loopback. I can't zoom it in, but because it's not a web thing, and I just bought this today, Audio Hijack. So what this does is, I'm gonna stop talking for a second, and you'll see everything go down. And then I start talking and it goes up again. So I use Loopback on my own computer, and it works really well. You can reroute and create virtual audio and stuff. These things aren't super expensive. I forget how much Loopback was because I bought it a few years ago, but I think it was maybe $60 US. And Audio Jack, which I bought today, was 69 US. But basically, Audio Hijack, you can do all kinds of audio stuff to your microphone or different audio sources, and it's got noise canceling, and I tweaked it a bit. So now I've got noise canceling working pretty well. So just curious if I know people can hear me, but I'm curious if the microphone sounds pretty good. It's like I can turn on a fan. I don't need a fan on right now, but I tested it with a fan on before, made some noise, and none of it got picked up. So it was pretty much behaving like crisp, but no transcription. On my own computer, like I said, I don't mind if it's transcribing, but for work, uh, I don't think it makes sense. Yeah, loop. I've used Loopback for quite a few years, and it is super useful, Michael. So like, I have to. Okay, that's great, awesome. I mean, the microphone's pretty solid, but I just wanted to make sure with the new noise canceling I put in place, it still sounds good. Yeah, Loopback is really good. I don't have it set up on my work computer yet, but which is something I have to do. But normally when I stream, I'll have closed captions, so you'll see transcriptions. Like if you click the CC button on like Twitch or YouTube, and they'll get picked up. And I basically use it's a plugin in OBS, but what I do is I create a virtual device, and I basically route my microphone as well as like if I have a guest on their audio, and that becomes a new audio input, and I use that for the closed captioning, so it gets picked up and it picks up both of us, and then I can still use others, and you can create other things. Like one thing that might be nice is like um, okay, but you need an interface and everything else that comes with having like yeah, so I'm using yeah, so I have the SMB 7 Plus, and I'm just using the USB. I don't have all that extra stuff because one, I'm not an audiophile, and again, I don't think I need that extra stuff, at least not right now. Like, maybe at some point, I'll do that. But oh, that's cool. You did a lot of live streaming before. You just taking a break or kind of got burnt out? I know some people just stream a lot, and it definitely takes its toll. I'm good thing is this is like kind of related to my work, so like, and I figured like 2 hours a day is not too bad, and like it doesn't always have to be 2 hours. Maybe an hour and a half sometimes, and like it varies. But anyways, just wanted to show that, and I just wanted to make sure my audio is working well. Okay, I still got enough water. Good. All right, let's close these because I don't think you want to see my voice. I just going up and down on a piece of software. So let's get back to it. We're back into learning Kubernetes the hard way. Didn't make much progress yesterday. We ended up talking a lot about side stuff, I think, but basically, let's go back to the first page here. And so essentially, the prerequisites are we need to have these 4 VMs or physical machines. I have a mini PC, so I've set up these virtual machines on my mini PC, and so I've got the jump box, the server, and these 2 nodes. And I checked the versions, and we can check all that. The thing I ran into yesterday was we started off with this first piece of software called Multipass, which I'll drop in here. Where is it? Install Multipass. There. I'll just drop a link to it. Um, and this worked well. We set up like 4 VMs. The problem is it didn't support the OS that Kelsey asks for, Debian 12 Bookworm. So initially, I set up those VMs with multipass, and it was using Ubuntu server. And it's probably not the end of the world. But then I ran into some issues with setting up like with the root accounts and SSHing into them, and I think multipass by default, you just end up with like forget the name of the user, but it's just like some multipass user, and it was also wasn't the right OS, so I decided to go with a Vagrant instead. So I got that set up yesterday evening. This was off stream. I was just like, I don't really want to spend the rest of the stream tomorrow just configuring those. So Michael's saying I want to get back into it for sure, but between a different job and moving, just haven't gotten back. Yeah, no, that's cool. That makes total sense, Michael. Like I I was streaming a lot, and then when our company Open Sauce got acquired by the Linux Foundation, I didn't go with that acquisition, but um basically at that point, I was in kind of job search mode, and so like having my stream guests and stuff that kind of went to the wayside for a couple months, and um, got the offer for where I'm working now, Pomerium. But once I started there, busy immediately, a good thing. Ended up traveling a lot too. So like I was in North Carolina, then I was in London, then I was in San Francisco, the Redmond. So I got back like a few weeks ago, and then like this was it this week or last week? Last week I think I started getting back into streaming. Maybe it was this week. Who knows? What is time? But basically, yeah, I'm getting back into my groove again. I still have guests on this particular stream, but that's usually in the afternoon. And gonna be actually hanging with Andy Bell, who does like Piccadilly and Set Studio. We're gonna be hanging in June. But for now, these streams are it's basically gonna be mornings 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. Eastern, and it's all just going to be learning Kubernetes for now, because I really need to learn this stuff. So, anyways, a little rambling there, but so I got these all set up, and we can copy this. Um, the issues I ran into, where are you at? Hey, Ghosty. All right, so let's log into the mini PC. This is just an alias for SSHing into it. If you want to see what it looks like. Uh, Doo-doo. Oh, I'm in the mini PC. Never mind. Anyways, it's literally alias mini equals SSH my user at the mini me server. Okay, so SSH vagrant at jumpbox. So this is the only I could set a root account for this one too. That's the main thing that diverges from here right now. Let's copy this and let's go setting up the jump box. So I might have done some of this yesterday. Okay, so if we just do the check here, we can see what's the version. So we can see it's bookworm, so that's expected. Okay. All right, let's get back to it. I got so many things open here. I don't need Notion open right now. Let's close that. Uh, I'm gonna put some tunes on. If you got some tunes, put some on yourself. I don't stream the tunes because for a couple reasons. One, actually, why don't I hear it? Ba, ba, ba. Where is my music going to? Okay, I'll figure that out in a second. But the main reason why I don't stream it is because I'm just listening to like my Spotify, and like if you're streaming on YouTube, it's like you'll end up with copyright violations. I think Twitch would probably do that too. Plus, it's like if I want to record a snippet of some live stream, it pulling out the music and stuff. So that's why I don't do it. But I typically just listen to it in my headphones. Um, but if you got music, let's see here. I'm just trying to figure out why is it not routing to my. This could be related to me just having switched to. Here we go. Current device. This computer. Okay. Let's check audio. Actually, let me make sure that I can actually hear my own. Let's play something else. Let's see here. Oh, it's playing on the basement TV right now, which I don't want it to do. Let's this computer. There we go. Let's try this again. Okay, it's playing it on the speakers. Okay, that makes sense. Hey, what's up, Todd? Good to see you. Everybody, Todd Libby has entered the chat. So with that, we get a lobster. If you haven't seen Todd the Lobster before, the command if you're on Twitch is exclamation Todd, and we can move Todd up or down or right or left. So have some fun there. Good to see you, Todd. It's been a minute. Hope you're doing well. All right. Todd is an accessibility expert. Also on you're on the he's are you on the WCAG community though, or you're on one of the W3C committees, Todd? I can't remember which one, but upright and on 2 feet, half the battle. All right, cool. Well, I'm glad half the battle's being done at least. All right, I'm just gonna figure out my output here real quick. Um, because I would like to listen to music. MacBook built in. Oh, it would help if I turn my headphones on. That's probably why I can't hear them in my headphones. No, no, it's on. It says it's on. Let's see here. Let's try this again. Yeah, okay, that's it. Yeah, okay, thanks, Todd. Uh, all right, let's try the music again here. There we go. Got music. I got a little Rage Against the Machine going in the background. Or you know what? Let's just do some lo-fi. Okay, cool. All right. Hey, Learner0418. Good to see you, man. Todd, you just joined us. This might not be your cup of tea, but I'm learning Kubernetes. So, no web devs. Well, this is web dev adjacent because you're probably somewhere like I know, like when I worked at Netlify, we used Kubernetes, AWS, all kinds of things. So your deployment somewhere is probably using Kubernetes. Okay, so and yeah, also for those that aren't following along, actually, let me just add this to my stream deck. Let's do this and K8 hard way. Okay, let's just add this here so I just don't have to keep copy pasting it. All right, cool. So I'll just press the two buttons. If you want to see all the stuff I get up to, check out nikkit.live. And today we are doing Kubernetes the hard way. And there, the buttons work. Cool. All right, so we got to set up the jump box now. So I've SSH'd into the jump box. Let me move this over here. Let me know if I can zoom this in. I just want to know if I have them side by side, is it big enough, or I'll bump the right there. I think that should be good font wise or font size for both. Okay. If it's not, just let me know in the chat. All right. So we're already SSH in. Like I mentioned, I use the Vagrant account because I set these up with Vagrant. So for the jump box, okay, it looks good. Awesome. Yeah, it's a funny flex when you not flex, but it's a funny reflex when you stream. It's like, or even at work, whenever I demo something, it's like zoom, 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 because like I'm just used to doing it that like that. Um, okay. So like I said, yeah, so I set up the VMs with Vagrant. Vagrant VMs come with a Vagrant user. I did add a root user to the other servers for this one. I could do it too, but I'm just going to leave it like that because that's not really the point so much. So we're in here and we just need to install some command line utilities. So I'm going to go ahead and just copy pasta here. And I'm probably going to have to do sudo, or we'll see what it says. So basically going to install wget curl vim openssl and git. And I'm guessing because this bookworm server install is probably very minimal. Okay. Yeah. Are you root? No. Okay. So this is why this is why he wants me as root. Okay. Yeah. So let's see here. Let's see if we can create a root user. Let's do that. Cool. Yeah, let's do that. Just so I don't have to do sudo everywhere. These are just the little hiccups to get started, but all good. All right. Where did my, oh, there we go. Cool. I'm just going to open up a tab here, chat Jupyter. It's going to go to my thread about Vagrant. Okay. Yeah. Here. Let's close that. All right. Let's bring this over here. All right. Right. I want to set up a root account for the jump box as well with my key on my local/host machine. Let's zoom that in actually. Let's bring this back. Cool. That is not what I wanted to do. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Where is it? I'm in the wrong one here. Let's go back to Linux here. It was this one. Where was it? Let's just search. Um, got it if you want to set up. Okay, here. No, that's not it. What the heck was it I ran? Bum 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 bum. Here. My history is still not recording either on my mini PC. Let me just give me a second. Find it here. Where is it? That's not it. Let's just search for vagrant root. Okay, yeah, that's what I wanted. Probably S from okay. Yes, yes. I set this up yesterday. Okay, this is what I want to do. So I want to get the cat. Okay, yeah, this is pretty much what I want to do, I think. So I'll explain this in a sec here. Let's just do windsurf. Open this up for a second. And let's see. Let me the chat. Gotta go get ready for some meetings. Just want to drop by and say hi. Have a great day and stream. Thanks, Todd. Good seeing you, man, and good luck with the meetings. Okay, so we just want to do this on the jump box. Sorry, on the yeah, we want to just do it on the jump box. Uh, if I can spell, let me zoom this in. I'm gonna run this, and we don't need to do this. We just need to do this cat. Yeah, that's good. And then we're gonna inject that public key that's on my mini PC into the jump box, and that should do it. Let's try this. Just because I don't want to end up having to do sudo all the time is what I'm getting at. So let's see here. Oh yeah, I got to go into my Vagrant. There we go. Okay, so let's try this. SSH root at jump box. I'm in. Okay, cool. So we fixed that. Cool. Let's clear that. We don't need windsurf. It's going to be a lot of just me in the terminal. And the other thing too is I'm still learning. I know terminal commands, and I'm comfortable with Git in the terminal. But there's still like a ton of like networking stuff. Like I know curl, basic curl, and like I'll typically look up like some extra things to do. Like, oh, I need to pass data. I think it's like dash D or whatever. But like they're not like muscle reflex these particular ones yet. So that's what I'm also hoping to do. All right, so let's go ahead here. I'm logged in as root. It's installing wget, curl, vim, and OpenSSL, and that's because these are like bare minimum whatchamacallits servers. Okay, so wget, let's just try https google.com. All right, cool, that works. And we've got curl, I'm assuming. Cool. Let's go to nikiT.co. Okay, that's a redirect. That's fair. Let's just see here. There we go. Cool. Curl is working. Vim, if I do insert. Okay, that's good. Cool. And OpenSSL, which I'm not going to test right now because I honestly don't know what to run with it at the moment. I'm sure it's for creating certificates. Hey, what's up, Fuzz? Good to see you. So, quick recap for you, Fuzzy. I ditched multipass. Ended up going with Vagrant just because it was easier to. Not that multipass wasn't easy. It was more the fact that, and let me turn the fan on here. It's more the fact that I wanted to use the Bookworm OS like they have it, so just to stay true to the actual Kubernetes the hard way. And yeah, you are learning Padawan. Would you have recommended Vagrant from the get-go, even though multipass was pretty quick? All right, let's do this. So now it's time to download a copy of this tutorial, which contains the configuration files and template that you will need to build your Kubernetes cluster from the ground up. Holy guacamole. Okay, let's do it. Well, I'm assuming we got Git. All right, cool. Clear. All right. So here we're going to git clone. We're going to go depth of one. Let's see what we got. All right. And now let's do cd Kubernetes the hard way. All right. And let's see here. This will be the working directory for the rest of the tutorial. If you ever get lost, run the pw command to verify you're in the right directory when running commands on the jump box. Cool. All right, we're at home. All right, sounds good. Honestly, I only recommend staying close to Kelsey's walkthrough simply because he's mapped a singular path through the noise. Yeah, that's, I don't want to, even if I can adjust if I had slight different things going on, given that I'm learning Kubernetes, I'd rather stay on his exact path. All right. So now we're going to say in this section, download the binaries for the various Kubernetes components. The binaries will be stored in the downloads directory of the jump box. I won't read it all. Feel free to read it if you want. All right. So let's just go get those. So let's just read this. So this is going to cat um, download are either listed in the, let's see here. Okay, so we've got the list of what we need. Okay. Now download the binaries in a directory called downloads using the wget command. Okay, and do we have a ls downloads? Okay, do I need to make it or is wget gonna do it? Is the dash p gonna automatically create it? I'll find out in a second. This is a full world of latent discoveries and systems beyond comprehension. Okay, all right. So basically, mindfuck is kind of what you're saying. All right, let's run this. So this is just going to download that whole list we just saw. It's pulling down all the binaries while that's happening. I'm just going to go and check work Slack. Got a thread. Uh, uh, okay, I'll answer that later. Just something for a live stream in a little bit. Not in a little bit, but in June. All right, cool, cool. All right, cool. Let's get back to it. Okay, so that downloaded all the binaries that we need. Cool. So let's do ls. I actually don't know what oh downloads. Sorry, I don't know what the dash oh is, and I don't know how to spell either. Okay, so let's take a peek here. Because what's the difference between actually? Yeah, I actually don't know what I know what ls is, but I usually use to get more information. I do dash la, like I think A is for all and L is I can't even remember. So I just want to see here. Depending on your internet connection, yeah, I got a high speed internet, so I'm not worried about that. Um, okay, what is that? OH isn't isn't it output human? Is that really what it is? Okay, what is I'm curious. Chat Jupiter. What? Let's go to my Linux. We'll keep this under my Linux project. Why did it not pick that? There we go. All right. What is dash OH in? I'm just curious. This is like L. Okay, so I usually use L, but without the group. Okay, without the group information, but omit. Okay. H, human readable. You you weren't wrong. H is for human readable. Yeah, yeah. I should just do man ls, right? Uh, that's true. Good call. Since I'm gonna be mainly in the terminal, I should try and stick to man for when I don't know what something is. Ba, ba, ba. Okay, but yeah. Okay, let's close that then. Okay, so where's the O in here? I know it said it's okay. Yeah, all that's I usually do dash A as well, so I see the hidden files, and then there's the L, like I was mentioning. Yeah, use long list format, and then O like L, but does not list group information. Yeah, cool. Uh, all right, so here, and I'm just curious if I do that, and I just do. Okay, yeah, there's groups there now. Yeah, okay, got it. Cool. All right, gotta scratch my ear. Sorry. Is that stream appropriate? Scratching the inside of your ear? Okay, we got all that. Okay, so now extract the component binaries from the release archives and organize them in downloads. Okay, let's just copy pasta here. So what's going on in here exactly is, okay, we're making folders. Uh, we're unzipping some tar files, and then we're moving things to certain folders. So, okay, let's do it. Can't tell if it's actually doing it. There we go. Cool. Okay, now we just remove the downloads, which makes sense because we don't need it because it's how we roll. Regulators, mount up. Okay, let's make them executable. That makes sense to me as well. Okay, install kubectl. In this section, dude, put this in bash scripts and execute them using shh. Well, yeah, I could do that, but like, I don't know. Do I really need to? Are you talking about so I can automate this later? Yeah, yeah, no, bash scripts for sure. Yeah, yeah. I'm not good at bash, but I actually ended up with a pretty solid one for starting up Pomerium and tearing it down. So basically, there's it uses Docker Compose to load up some stuff, but I'm also loading Pomerium from source because I need to get latest of stuff to try stuff. But yeah, scripts for sure. All about automating. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the kubectl binary. Cannot create file locally. Permission denied. Hold on a sec. Oh shit, am I on the jump box? I'm not on the jump box. Okay, let's do that again. SSH. I think I was on the jump box at some point. SSH root at jump box. How did I get out of that? Okay, so VI. Okay, yeah. Okay, I did install that preliminary stuff. Okay, so we got to backpedal slightly. Let's go. Okay, I don't even know if I did this in the jump box. Let's try. I did not. Okay, cool. All right, let's CD into it. Clear. All right. First rule of Kubernetes the hard way. Make sure you're in the jump box. All right. Yes, I'm pretty sure I know where I am. Yes. Okay. Download the binaries. So we're just going to literally redo everything I just did because I was doing it on the host machine. There. All right. Download that stuff. Should be pretty quick. Thank you. 1 gigabit upload, download internet. All right. There we go. We got our stuff with the human readable. And let's do this one. Cool. Didn't take that long to get back to where we were. It's just I'm glad I just recognized that before before I went too far. Remember cat file type end of file content. Let's you create bash scripts from terminal. Yeah, I saw that. It's not in this yet, but I've seen that elsewhere. Actually, part of the script I wrote uses that. I vibe coded my script, but yeah, that's definitely super handy. Um, I found the pipe and executor shorthands are clutch, but I'm still fuzzy on it all. Yeah, I hear you. Well, you are fuzzy, right? So, anyways, sorry, bad dad joke. I have no regrets. All right, let's see here. Let's make these executable. Cool. Let's get back to kubectl. Nice. Okay. All right, let's do kubectl dash dash. Sorry, version dash dash client. All right, that's good. All right, so jump box has been set up. So let's do that. Echo booyah. There we go. We did it. All right, let's go next. Computing, provisioning compute resources. This requires a sip of water. I will get some more water at some point. All right. Yeah, so like I mentioned at the beginning, so one of the prereqs was, let me turn that fan down a bit. There we go. Yeah, so we've got four machines. We've got the jump box, we've got a server box, and we've got a node 0 and a node 1. Uh, so that's the four VMs. So we got a set of machines to host the Kubernetes control plane and the worker nodes. So we have two worker nodes where containers are ultimately run. And so let's get to provisioning. So we're going to leverage a text file. Okay, cool. Clear. Okay, maybe that's not what I was supposed to do. Okay. The following schema represents entries in the machine database. One entry per file, per line. Okay, sorry, these are just the headers. So I don't know if it's CSV or what, but so we got the IP address, the fully qualified domain name, the FQDN, host name, and pod subnet, which is, I'm assuming, a network subnet for the pods. Lots of networking in Kubernetes, I know. So, all right. So, yeah. So we got that, and Kubernetes assigns one IP address per pod, and the subnet represents the unique IP address range to each machine in the cluster for doing so. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so let's let the cat out of the bag. Okay, your machine will be assigned any IP header as long as each machine is reachable from each other and the jump box. Okay, so where is that file? Okay, sorry, this is like after. So let's create a machines.txt file. And I'm just gonna check something real quick. Spotify. Alright, let's go. Just checking some socials. It's always good to. Weird. Interesting. Uh, I think that's just Twitch limitations. Apparently, it's higher res my video on YouTube, which is actually fine because that's where the recordings stay. But Twitch is a little lower res. That's just Twitch. So I'm just responding to my friend Killian. All right, cool there. And I just gotta check stuff. This is like nothing there. Okay, cool. All right, let's get back to it. Darth and Flash are doing well. IP conf time. I like how he I like the fuzzies in the chat because it's like a sports match. It's like I'm on the rugby pitch and then fuzzies calling the plays here. Like, okay, looks like IP conf time. This could be brutal. This one's gonna be a doozy. Okay, so now it's your turn to create a machine text file with the details for the three machines. Yeah, that makes sense. So let's do that. Let's give a Nacho Libre. All right. No, yeah, okay. Use the example machine config. Yes, do that. And use the example machine database from above and add your details for your machines. Okay, hold on a sec here. Okay, this is for, okay, interesting. So, okay, let's see here. Where am I putting these though? Here's an example machines text. Okay, let's see here. Maybe we'll get to that in a second. Okay, verify that you have root SSH access to each machine. I do, so I should be able to root at server. Yes. You kidding me? I just did this yesterday. SSH. Let's just try node 0. Okay, node 1. I'm guessing it's going to be the same thing. Okay, clear. Hold on a sec. I could have sworn I added those in there, so why can't I still. Oh, I know what I did. I overwrote the public key. So I wanted. I'm pretty sure I know what I did. Hey, what's going on, violated sign? So I'm pretty sure this is what I did. So let me exit out of here. So this is my host machine. This is my mini PC. And yeah, those are all the things I shouldn't have run on the mini PC. But if we come back here, where was it? I ran this and basically I overwrote the public key. There's two things I wanted to do here. I basically wanted to be able to SSH as root into the jump box from the host machine. So I copied my public key from the host machine to the jump box, and that works. But in doing so, I overwrote the existing public key for the jump box that all the other servers are expecting. So I guess I have one question is like I named it this. This is like a default, I guess. If I put another public key in with a different file name, it's probably fine, right? Because like what I'm gonna do is I'm like 99% sure that's what I did. So if we go to, I'm gonna vagrant SSH. Sorry, vagrant SSH to. Actually, I need to get the IP. Hold on a sec. SSH root at jumpbox. Let's do cat again. Okay, so let's just get to like any one of them. I just want the IP. Let's do exit and let's do vagrant. Yeah, sorry. Vagrant SSH. Why is that not right? Oh, I should be able to just do server, no? Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Um, okay, wait, what's violated sign saying? I got meetings this morning, but good luck on your virtual async. Thanks. Cubes and Proxima eventually. Just hard to leave the comfort of Docker. Cool. I check the key ring on jump box. Okay. I'm 100% sure I know this is what I did. So like if I do cat, uh, yeah, there. What is it? Actually, let's do ls. I'll look at the key ring in a sec there, Fuzzy. Okay, there's nothing in there, but I think there's something in here, right? Oh, really? There's no keys there? How is that possible? Is there somewhere else the keys should be? Like I thought they were no. CD authorized. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's not going to find that. Okay, so the keys are definitely not there. So yeah, so okay, let's go back to the jump box, like you were saying, Fuzzy. SSH root at jump box. Um, how do you how do you check the key ring? Cool. Let me go back here. Let's see here. Key ring. I don't need to understand. I just want to see what's the chat Jupiter. Actually, let's just come here. Yeah, because I tested this all last night. I'm sure I toasted something. Let's go into the Linux project. How do I check the key ring? Oh, Debian for command line. Okay. Apt key list. Okay. That's not good. Okay. I don't think I even have this set up yet, but let's go back to the jump box. Okay. Yeah, okay. I gotta create, let's see here. Did we do that in the okay. Where are we? Okay. Um, okay, let's do ls. Good old authorized keys. Really? Where are all my keys? Is it oh it's just in SSH, I think. Am I not like where are my keys? Like how did I SSH into here? Hold on a sec. I have McFly on here, but I gotta configure something properly. There's a permissions issue. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go back. Chat Jupiter. Yeah, that's where I was. Yeah, okay. So this is what I did, and okay, slash root that. Okay, that should be fine. So let's just do SSH root at jump box. Okay. Where the heck are my keys? From your host machine. Okay, let's do this all over again. Let's exit, clear. Okay. So first, let's just do this. Let's cat this out. Okay, that's my public key on my host machine. That's good. And SSH copy ID. Assuming your public key is that, copy it over. Okay. All the keys were skipped because this already exists on the remote system. Okay, that's fine. Let's do it all over again. Should be the tagline for virtualization. Nice. Okay, so the key's already there, but I just want to see where it is. Like it's supposed to be in the authorized keys, but I don't see it because it says it's there. And I can obviously get into the jump box because if I do SSH root, not rot at jump box, I can get in because it's using my public key from the host machine that is on the jump box as well. So that's good. All right. So let's see here. How can I just list it? Like test your host? Yes. Okay. I'm going to ask the obvious here, but where is the. Yeah, yeah, no, for sure. I like the whole. It's called Kubernetes the Hard Way, I guess, for a reason. But like these are like I know fundamental things I'm on here right now. But where is the uh, public key that got copied with this command? Because I can't find it right now. And just gonna check work Slack again. Boom, boom, boom. Cool. All right. Appends it to this. Yeah, I don't know if it's there. Sudo. Okay, it's there. Okay. Oh, okay. I got confused. Authorized keys is a file. I thought it was a folder, and then the public key was put in there. Okay, so okay, I understand now. Okay, so basically, that's fine. Okay, so I actually want to do that on the other ones too, then, and get their key. So let's do this. Vagrant. What is it? Okay, there's okay. Wait, let's do two things here. So that's good for my host to jump box, but I want the jump box with its own public private key pair so I can copy the public key to the other vagrant VMs. That's what I wanted it to do. Also, loving in the chat that Fuzzy is no longer being modded. Okay, so uh, SSH into your jump box, run that. Yeah, yeah, no, that's correct. But I thought I did this already. But let's just rinse, repeat. Okay, okay, that's good. Part means no passphrase. Sure. Okay, on the jump box, generate a key pair. Yeah, on the jump box, copy the keys to the other VMs, assuming you're using static IPs. Like, yeah, okay, so I can't SSH into them. So let's see here. I currently can't SSH into them from the jump box. So can we copy the jump box generated public key using vagrant SSH commands? Yeah, so let's do that. So yeah, so gonna get into the vagrant SSH jump box. Um, that's gonna get that. All right, so let's do this. Let's get out of here. Okay, that's the key. Um, okay, that should be in a variable if not, but all right. Yeah, okay, let's once inside become root and set up SSH. Okay, hold on a sec here. Let's just copy this over here for now. Cool. So let's do that. All right, I'm in there. Sudo dash I. Okay, I'm root. Okay, let's just copy this. I'll copy the rest after. Okay, and then we just want to do this. So I'm gonna put in the key. Could have had this in an environment variable probably, but whatever. Okay, let's do that. All right, there. Okay, let's run this. Nice. Okay, we gotta forget what change mod 700 sets for permissions, but I do know 600 just makes it read only. Okay, and then like exit, exit, if I can type. All right, cool. Now let me just copy this whole thing and I'm just gonna add the other thing. Okay, let's get back to where's my chat at? Cool. All right, there. So let's do node one now. Let's run this whole thing. Okay, and actually we should just check, I guess. So cat dot ssh authorized keys. It's in there. Cool. Let's exit here. Let's do server. All right, moment of truth, SSH root. Okay. It would have been faster to just type it. Permission denied. Okay. I did that for all of them. Okay, vagrant. Let's see here. Once you pasted the public key into each node, yeah, I'm in the jump box. Okay. Sudo su dash. Oh, wait. Okay. No, denied. I'm already logged in as root, but anyways, I get just copy this over. This is just like super silly stuff. try another one, but root node one, no server. I'm expecting the same thing. Yeah, okay. All right, so let's exit, exit, clear, vagrant, SSH, no dash zero, copy code. Okay, you should see if it's missing or different. Actually, you should compare it actually. So let's do go into the there and clear and cat. KT. It looks different. Why is that? Da-da-da. Bu- Oh wait, I didn't go into the jump box. Oh, I just don't know how to type. Okay, then let's do it. There, public key on the jump box. Struggle is real. One key is the wrong user. Okay. Okay. So let's clean. So, okay. I'm on the Vagrant node, then inside the VM. Cool. All right. So let's try that. That was the root node 0. So let's try SSH root at node dash 0. Permission denied still. Okay. Then test on the jump. Okay. Sudo dash su. Okay. Let's go back to the root. Clear sudo, whoops, SSH root at jump box. Okay, and what was it saying? Sudo su dash, so super user, okay, SSH root at node 0. Permission denied. Interesting. Once I get this right, not that everything else will go smoothly, but I just really want to get this knocked out. Okay. All right, let's go back in here. Whoa, I'm getting a permission denied. Really? All right. That's not good. Oh man. Okay. Be right back. Yeah, no worries, man. Okay, so if that fails, try to forcibly re-provision. So I'm actually gonna re-provision all three. Let's try this. Okay, SSH, Vagrant. Oh, other way. Vagrant, SSH, node 0. Did I locked myself out of my VM. Nice. Yeah, destroy and recreate. That's what I meant to do. Okay, let's do that. Yes, I'm sure. No regrets. I'm just gonna do it because I clearly did this to all of them, so I'm just gonna do that. Uh, let's see here. Jump box, I should still be able to do that. Yeah, and Vagrant, SSH, jump box. Okay, exit. Let's try node 1. Yeah, okay, and let's try server. Okay, it was just node 0. I ruined. I'm using libvirt. Okay, okay, let's try this again. Uh, I destroyed and recreated node 0. Probably didn't have to destroy it, but I could have repaired it maybe, but you know, let's just do this. Okay. All right, let's do this again. SSH, yeah. Cool. And then that, yeah. Can we script this so this goes in an nvar? All right. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Yeah, yeah, I don't need the whole rundown. I just want to run it. There. We do echo dollar jump box key. There we go. Cool. Okay. Uh, yeah, that's what I want to. You know, use that. Okay. Cool. So let's do that. Root authorized. Gonna pass in that. Okay. So in theory, that should be okay now. So I don't believe it, but let's see here. SSH root at node 0. It's hanging. Why? Status running. Okay. All right. What happened here? Oh, okay. I got that. That's because I think it doesn't match up with like, let's just see here. I got this message the other day. Basically running through all the stuff I ran into yesterday. You nuked and rebuilt node 0, so it's as a your jump box still remembers the old fingerprint. So okay. From the jump box. And okay, host updated, and then now if I do it, it's gonna ask me again. All right, okay. Yes, and I'm in. Okay, that's good. From the jump box. Okay, that worked. Let's do this for node 1 and server 2. Script it, please. Just want to loop over it. From the well, no, I can't do. I'm just gonna do it from here. So node 1 there, and let's do. I have to do it through Vagrant because I can't SSH from the jump box to them right now. That's the whole reason why we're doing this. Okay, now let's come back here. Now I have a feeling I'm gonna get the same error, so it's gonna tell me, okay, no, cool, I'm in. And then let's do server. All right, I'm in. I think we are okay now. All right. That was a little side quest just to fix the VMs, but whatever. Whatever, forget about it. Okay. Thanks for the moral support. The be right back after dinner is what's keeping me going. Be back in a sec. Just gonna get some water real quick. Be back in like 30. Right. Welcome back, folks. We are back at it. Actually, don't need the fan now. Anybody needs some fun stuff to move across the screen? Here's a poop emoji, a donut, and where's the unicorn? Feel free to move those around. You can do it like this. It's only on Twitch. Sorry, people on YouTube. So you can do unicorn dash right. There you go. Web tech for the win. And yeah, let's get a round of applause for those emojis. There we go. Cool. Nice. All right. Let's get back on track. So we just to recap, we're still doing Kubernetes the hard way. Went on a side quest fixing my VMs because I couldn't SSH into them from the jump box. Fix the I fixed the public keys being copied into them, and we're all golden now. I think. I think so. That deserves a Jake Peralta. Cool. All right. Let's get back in there. So let's do SSH root at jump box. All right, now let's continue. So, okay, here's an example machine database similar to the ones used when creating this tutorial. Notice they have been masked out. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, so this part here, now it's your turn to create machines text file with the details for the 3 machines you be using to create your Kubernetes cluster. Use the example machine database above and add the details. Yes, I will. So, okay. So there's a few things. We already have access. I did this already, but I didn't do server.kubernetes.local. Might have to do that too. So let's see here. where am I putting this machines dot text is what I'm getting at. So actually, let me get back to where we were. If I go back a page, okay, there we cloned it. So let's get back into the Kubernetes the hard way. All right, ls. Yeah, I don't see machines config in there. Okay, so let's go back forward. Sorry. Or actually, yeah, okay. So now we need to provision. And for folks that might just be joining, this is what we're doing. Um, actually, I should edit that. It's the whole thing, not that was the particular page. Kubernetes the hard way. There. Can't post this on LinkedIn because they don't have APIs for it, but what else? So I'll drop it again. That's the repo. Okay. And let's see what's going on. And I gotta get back to my coworker in a bit. What's the time check? So I got the light in front of my time. 10:50 a.m. my time. Cool. Uh, where was that conversation? Doesn't matter for now, I guess. Let's check here for a sec. Uh, cool. Cool beans. Cool beans. Let's go check X real quick. Uh, what's this? Cool. All right. I'm using this software called Proofy Bubble on my website. I haven't configured it completely yet, but there's integrations and stuff. But anyway, sorry. I'm just randomly reading stuff that you can't see. All right, let's get back to it. Okay. So this tutorial leverages a text file, which will serve as a machine database to store the various blah, blah, blahs. Yeah, that's the schema, each of the columns. Okay, here's an example machine similar to the ones used when creating this tutorial. Notice the IP address has been masked out. Yeah. So your machines can be assigned any IP address as long as each machine is reachable from each other and the jump box. Okay. So the thing I want to understand is where do I put this file? So let me just read first here. Now it's your turn to create a machine's text file with the details. For the three machines you'll be using to create your Kubernetes cluster, use the example machine database from above and the details for your machines. Okay, so, all right. We already configured root access, so yeah, okay. Edit the, okay, hold on a sec. I don't understand where this file goes. Each of the columns corresponds to a machine IP. Yeah, okay. I don't need to read that. Here is an example machine database similar to the, okay. Now it's your turn to create a machine's text file with the details for the three machines you'll be using to create your Kubernetes cluster above and add the details for your machine. The only thing is, like, am I doing that in the Kubernetes the hard way folder? Because, like, there is no cat, there's no file here. Yeah, it doesn't exist. Where is this file going? I am going to see here. For this part in K8, the hard way. Where does machines.txt go? Yeah, I figured it wasn't part of Kubernetes, but oh, okay. That's all it is. Okay. All right. Is that clear in the docs? I might PR it to improve it. Yeah, I uh won't necessarily take what AI just gave me there, but I'm gonna take a note that I want to fix that because or I'm gonna open up a well, gotta be good open source netizen, open up an issue first, don't just create a PR. But I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna take some notes for stuff that's not clear for me. So improvements to K8's the hard way in the where's for the machine database section. It's not clear what to do with machines.txt. Mention that it's just a convenience file for you. All right, cool. So let's do that. I'm on the jump box, so let's just do I can put this anywhere, I guess. All right. So let's just copy this and let's just put this on the mini me or it's probably makes sense on the jump box. So or um you know what? Just gonna be let's do a new one. Let's just do mini. Let's do touch K8 machines dot text vi K8. Yeah, and that's not the right IPs I know, but let's do this cat. There's our actual IPs. So let's do this. Let's do insert. So for the server, it's this one. And for the node 0, it's that one. Whoops. Oh no's. What have I done? Okay, and then let's just delete this. And there. Okay, clear. All right, let's get out of there. Okay, configuring SSH access. Okay, I don't need to do any of this, I don't think. Or do I? Let's see what this is. If root SSH access is enabled on each of your machines, you can skip this section. By default, a new Debian install disables SSH for the root user. This is done for security reasons. As a root has that makes sense. Okay. So I can already do this. So but I don't know if I did it the proper way. Hey, what's up? Good to see you back, Fuzzy. So I fixed all my nodes, but I'm just seeing if I have to do this the proper way. So, for example, edit the if I do su dash root, whoops, sorry, su dash root, which I'm already root. Actually, what am I saying? So cat slash etc ssh config, lots of stuff in here. Okay. Uh, and set the permit root login. That's already there, but like, so let's see here. Let's check here. So that gave nothing. Okay, let's see. I can't see where that put that if it did. Lots of stuff in here. Holy guacamole. Okay. So they're logging. It's all about config, I guess. Any reason we want to add a new user or that's coming next? Um, cool. Let's see here. Over. I don't seem to have that in there, but like I'm already logged in as root, so okay, so I should have just basically done. Oh, okay. So this did what I already did. So I copied them all over, but I didn't call my machines those things. I I called them just their names. So okay, I see. Okay, yeah. Well, I'm already root everywhere. The problem, well, not problem is cat slash etc hosts. I call them this instead of the what they're expecting here, which is these things. So I'm assuming that's probably an issue because, well, I can still add them to there. Let's see here. Hold on a sec. Let me copy this. Do, 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 do. I might have gotten too far ahead. Where is it? Uh, what am I doing? Oh yeah, okay, there. No, I don't need this open. Okay. Right. Add entries like this as well, where server, where e.g. server dot kubernetes dot local is the. Oh, okay, wait a minute. I'm confused. Hold on a sec. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, there's these two. That's the subnet. And those are the IPs, and that's the name. Because if we come back up here, that's the host name. Okay, so let's see here. I've got to. Maybe I'm redoing this one more time again. Oh man. Okay, so I'm root. Okay. Generate and distribute the keys. Yeah, I did this before, but hold on a sec. Oh yeah, no, I know normally it shouldn't be root. It's just I'm just following the tutorial right now. No, yeah, root's like nuclear. No, yeah, you definitely want to. I definitely get you want to be like least privilege. I'm just following through things here right now. Um, okay, so the thing is, it's gonna read the IPs. That's fine. I've already copied over all the keys for each IP. That's fine. Okay, yeah, and I can get to those. That works. Uh, IP hosting. Okay, I've done that. Okay, that's not a problem. Okay, so that's all good. So now, and just to show that clear, so I can do SSH root at node 0. There we go, etc. I don't know how to exit. Cool. Um, yeah, so that's all good. So in this section, you'll assign host names to the server node 0, node 1 machines. The host names will be used when executing the commands from the jump box. So yeah, root IP. Okay, set the host name on each machine listed in the machines.txt file. Okay, so I should do that here. So let's do touch machines.txt, and that's essentially uh, mini cat k8 machines.txt. So let's copy this whole thing. Let's do vi machines.txt, insert. That should be good. Okay, escape, right, quit. Cool. Let's get out of here. Okay, so now set the host names on each machine listed. So we're gonna log in as root uh, with the IP, sure. And then we're gonna run the command. Okay, so the local host is going to be that. And okay, let's see. Let's see if this works. Yes, yes, and one more. Okay, clear. Okay, so verify the host name on each machine. Let's do that now. That's good. Okay, clear. Okay, so I did this already kind of, but let's get this right. In this section, you'll join a host file, which will be appended to etc. hosts. Okay, let's do this. You create a new host file and add a header to identify it. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do it the right way. I jumped ahead there because I was just trying to fix all my uh, SSH issues before. So there. Okay, Kubernetes the hard way host. Sure. Okay, actually, let's just paste the thing. All right, ad break. Cool. And he's back. Okay, so we got a host file. So cat hosts. Yes. Okay, this is what I did before. Generate a host. Yeah, okay. Boom. And yeah, cool. That's good. Now, yes, looks like that. Okay. Okay, so this is a cleaner way, I guess, because you can. Well, no, it's just doing what I did the other day. So now if we go into cat hosts, so I added these the other day, so I can probably let's do this. Do, 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 do. I'm root, so that's fine. So essentially, I can delete these because I'll still be able. Yeah, I guess the host name. Yeah, so let's just. I'm gonna delete these for now. And now if I do SSH root at node 0, yeah, it still works. All right, cool. All right, we got about 20 minutes before I gotta. Well, I am working, but just gotta check something. Okay, I gotta review some copy after. Uh, cool. There, that's cool. All right. I just want to go and see something. Just want to check a blog post I created today. All right, that's not it. Let's see here. Where is it? Okay, slowly gaining traction. Mini. If anybody wants to read about funding in open source, check this out. Cool. All right, so we're all set up there now. Okay. In this section, you'll generate a host. Well, oh, yeah, we did that already. Sorry. Uh, okay, so now in this section, you'll append the DNS entries from the host file to the local, etc. host file. Let's see. Yeah, I already did that. Okay. Yeah, so this will work. Obviously, I'll just run it anyways, but yes, there we go. Cool. All right. So now we want to add it to the remote machine. So in this section, you'll append the host entries. Okay, so we're basically just copying it to all the other ones. So we're going to do a secure copy of the host file, and we're going to log into root at, given server like node 0, and then we're going to copy the host file and append it to etc. hosts. And yeah, that all makes sense to me. Okay, let's do it. Cool. Now, if we do this, we do SSH root at node 0. We do cat slash etc. slash hosts. We got that in there. Let's just check out all of them. Cool. That's good. And we'll just, for good measure, let's check the server. Cool. We're golden. So at this point, each server is aware of it can resolve the other servers by those names. Okay. And yes, of course. Providing we got to generate the root CA and certificates. Yes, great work, dude. I don't know if I fumbled too much there, but it makes sense. Like I guess because I guess I'm kind of like obviously there's existing Kubernetes stuff in this thing, but all this stuff I'm doing right now is literally what Kubernetes does, right? Like it's like if I install Kubernetes, I don't have to set up all the host files. Like at least that's what I'm understanding so far. Uh, cool. Anyways, I don't mind fumbling. Glad I got it right. Um, okay, so I've created certificates with MakeCert for work and stuff, but yeah, let's continue here. Uh, You'll provision a PKI infrastructure using OpenSSL, which we installed. Yeah, so we need a certificate authority and certificates that are trusted by that authority, I believe. So we need to do it for Kube API server, Kube controller manager, Kube scheduler, kubelet, and Kube proxy. Okay. And this is all run from the jump box, which we're in. Okay, so let's do cat ca.conf. Okay, I got to go back to the totally wrong are still at the part of the world. Uh, Kelsey wants you to show us life before Kate's with having to go through this page to set it up VMs and all that joy. I think it's good because like I'm new to platform engineering anyway, so like and I know some networking, so like I think this is useful. So we got to go to the Kubernetes folder. Yeah, cd Kate's the hard way cat ca.conf. Okay, yeah, that's there. Okay, so I don't need to understand everything in here, but you should consider it as a starting point for learning OpenSSL. Cool. Yeah, we need a private key. Yeah, no. I understand the basics of certificates, but this is like where I'm not like some guru or anything. So generate the CA configuration file, certificate, and private key. That makes sense. Okay, so just looking at this configuration for a second here. So there's clearly some sections for each piece that he was talking about, or kind of some of those pieces. The certificate name is Kubernetes, where it's going to be installed from, and so on. Okay, kind of understand this a bit. All right, so let's do this. Actually, let's make sure OpenSSL is there. I should be, yeah, cool. All right, so we're going to generate it, and it's going to give us a certificate file, a CA cert. It's using that config we just had. And yeah, so results ls minus la ca dot star. Okay, so yeah, I got CRT and key. That's good. Okay. In this section, you will need to generate client server certificates for the admin user. Okay, so here, this looks like, is that an object in Bash? I guess it is. If I do echo dollar certs admin, I don't know what just happened there. Echo certs. No, that's not going to do it. It's an object, I think. All right. So, okay, it's yeah, is it? Oh, it's an array. Sorry. So it's going to loop through the array. It's going to generate a certificate, SHA-256 with 4096 bytes, and it's going to do it for each one of those. So let's just go ahead and copy that. All right. Yeah, so if we do this, we should see a bunch of stuff now. Cool. Okay, that's expected, and I'm assuming we're going to need to copy these at some point. Yeah, exactly. Here we go. So you copy the various certificates to every machine as at a path where each Kubernetes component will search for its certificate pair. So yeah, so we're gonna SSH into each host. So okay, just the nodes, not the server. Okay. So node 0, node 1, we're gonna create this kubelet folder. We're gonna copy the certificate root, or the CA certificate. Uh, and then the one for that given thing, and then the key, which is the dot key, the public key. I'm not sure, but let's go ahead and run this. Clear. Nice. Looks good. All right. Now copy the appropriate certificates and private keys to the server machine. Okay, yeah, because we do need them on the search on the server. Okay. and to the root server. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. So now, like, just for funsies, if we do SSH root at server ls minus la, we've got all those certificates in there. So that's good. Cool. All right. Okay. So now, yeah. So just to recap, we've got 4 VMs. We've got the jump box, we've got node 0, node 1, and we've got a server VM. And then we've copied the host file, so like everything maps, so you can go to like node-0.kubernetes.local, and you can do that from any machine, including the jump box and those nodes or the server. And then right now, we just generated a bunch of certificates for specific things. We've copied them to the two nodes, and on the server node, not node, sorry, on the server VM, we've copied all those certificates over, and that's because basically when things happen you'll be able to trust because you'll be like, I'm sending this certificate and this machine has it, and there'll be trust there, I guess. And you should be, in theory, I believe, just passing the public key because they'll both have uh like, it's the private key that's necessary on the sending side, I think, unless it does mutual TLS where you have to check on both sides. I learned about that at work. But anyways, let's continue here. Or actually, you know what? Maybe let's stop at this section for today. Um, not that I don't want to go for another 9 minutes, but this is like it's fresh. So I think that's a good place to pause here. And yeah, no, this is fun. I Now that I've gotten past that little hiccup with with the VMs and certificates for SSHing, not that the rest will be smooth for me necessarily, but that was oh, thanks, man, appreciate it. And I didn't forget, Fuzzy. You should come on and talk about a lot of this stuff. You've done a lot of this. You were mentioning it the other day that we should stream together. Um, we can do it Yeah, really great progress. That was one of the hardest parts. Okay. Okay, I don't feel so bad then. Okay. But I did feel a little silly messing up the like I get that I need to copy the public keys to the machines I'm SSHing into. It's just like, I don't know if it's cuz yeah, okay, cool. I'll hit you up. Yeah. Yeah, like it doesn't have to be after I've done this whole thing. We can do it during, like I don't know if mornings are good for you like this. Well, you're obviously here on the stream right now, so probably is a good time. But we can also, like, if you want to, we can chat, like, usually when it doesn't have to be, but usually when I have a guest, it's like uh early afternoon Eastern time. But like I've had guests on too at, like, I was doing 10:30s in the morning Eastern. Cool. Yeah, I'll send you a DM, and yeah, we'll get something going. I'm traveling a bit next week, and then the week after, I'm gonna be in San Francisco twice. But after that, should be good to do something. Cool. All right. Well, for everybody else, thanks for hanging. And I had a lot of fun doing this. Thanks, Learner 0418. It's a fun struggle. So, appreciate you all here for the support too. And see you tomorrow, same time, same bat channel. All right. If anybody understands the old Batman. All right. Cheers.